Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2013. Well, yesterday afternoon at about 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time, the news began to come over the television. Most people didn't pay terribly too much attention to it at first. Tornadoes are a staple in the Midwest, but after looking at it for some minutes, it was apparent that a huge disaster had struck Oklahoma City. In fact, a massive mile-wide, 20-mile-long tornado at an EF4 level with winds approximately 170 miles per hour, lawnmower-like, went through the suburbs of Oklahoma City yesterday afternoon, killing at least 91 people. The epicenter of the storm was in the suburb of Moore. An elementary school was absolutely razed. The TV pictures are absolutely appalling. It's uncertain from looking at them whether or not there were ever homes or structures or buildings in the area that the storm went through. One of the difficulties in this area apparently is because of the rock formation underlying the ground. Building basements where people could take shelter is quite cost prohibitive. More severe weather is in the area today, apparently, according to weather forecasts. The Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, says that golf ball-sized hail, powerful winds, and strong tornadoes could strike areas of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma today. Fortunately, the risk does not include Moore, Oklahoma. President Obama is scheduled to speak any minute. The area has been declared a total federal disaster area. This is the worst death toll since 2 years ago when 158 people were killed in Joplin, Missouri. Meanwhile, in London, yesterday afternoon, news surfaced of a May 17th directive from Performance Director at Lloyd's Tom Bolt, warning Lloyd's syndicate heads and broker heads that he would not look favorably upon any similar Berkshire Aon quota share deals. Bolt indicated that he was issuing a reminder to them of the full powers available to the Lloyd's executive staff to use the delegated authority regulations to stop and bring to a halt by regulation, examining any sort of proposed deal similar to Berkshire Hathaway Aon's. That apparently has not stopped Aon again, and this time Hiscox, from discussing a North American property facility. They're apparently, again, according to the Insurance Insider, in advanced talks about the creation of a property facility that would generate up to $20 million a year in additional premium for Hiscox. Sources say that Hiscox is in line to write a 10% quota share of portions of Aon's North American property book. The two sides are yet to sign a deal, but apparently it's close. It'll be interesting to see if Lloyd's stops this one in its tracks. The SARS-related epidemic that apparently is spreading out of Saudi Arabia has now reached another country. This is in Tunisia. A 66-year-old man has died after visiting Saudi Arabia. At least 20 deaths now have been reported worldwide as a result of the virus. It's now slowly trickling out of the Middle East. These cases have been reported in France already. The Boeing 787 is flying again in the United States. Yesterday, United Airlines, the biggest American customer for the 787, started service from Houston to Chicago. Boeing said that they have also just resumed deliveries of the 787. They expect that they're going to make all of this year's planned deliveries despite the battery problems. Of course, they've instituted the battery fix in the plane. And in China, authorities are investigating rice mills in the southern part of the country following tests that found almost half of the rice in one of the country's largest cities have been contaminated with a toxic metal cadmium. An official said today that mills in Hunnan's province, Yuzheng County, were ordered to suspend business and recall their products after samples showed excessive cadmium levels. It said the mills had been operating illegally and sourced their rice from local farmers. The government announced over the weekend that 44% of rice and rice products tested this year in neighboring Guangzhou province also showed high levels of cadmium. The carcinogenic metal can seriously damage the kidneys and cause other health problems. China's food supply suffers from tainting by polluted air and water and deliberate faking or adulterating by unscrupulous operators. That's the news for today. We'll keep our eyes on the Oklahoma City situation. Hopefully the death toll will not rise too much. Many people are still unaccounted for. It was a tragedy of significant proportion. That's the news. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.